Hi, so I'm doing a video on how to do well in college. So one of the tips that I found helpful was buying your textbooks offline. Don't buy them from the bookstore. They're usually overpriced and it's not worth it, especially if you're only going to use that book once. Sometimes depending, might have to check, but for some classes later on that you take in college, you might need the same book, so it's more convenient for you to buy the book instead of renting it. Um, Another thing is conduct a schedule. So I recommend having a hourly schedule. So my school gave me these planners. It was free. You could buy these at Walmart or you could make your own. I have a friend who makes her own planners, and it has different kinds of formats because some of the planners could be pricey. I didn't understand the world of planners and how it is to color coordinate and put tabs and sticky notes and reminders everywhere until I got to college, and it's actually pretty extreme. So yeah, so you might want to conduct a schedule on it depending on how you want to study and all the things you have to do throughout the day. It's from Monday through Sunday, and it goes from 8 a.m. to 7:30. You could do your own, like on a piece of notebook paper, just write it out and just quickly do it. And for me, this would be helpful because I like to be on a strict schedule, and having this, I could just put reminders on my phone or just look over and be like, okay, it's 8 o'clock. What do I have to do now? And stuff like that. Something else that I heard, well, because I went to a workshop back at my school that helped me be organized, is doing things that like put every little thing in. So if you have to take a shower, put that in as well because that's part of your day. If you have to go get gas because you have like a long drive, or every Sunday you fill up gas, put an exact time to go get gas. If you have certain things to do on a certain day, put that in. Put everything in. This including like the time you go to the gym, the time you go to sleep, and the time you wake up. Um, Put what time you're gonna go eat, what time you're gonna go to study, go hang out with friends, and so forth, because that is really important. Something that I heard that might not work is that if you have things pop up all of a sudden, that might just ruin your entire schedule. But for the most part, if you have a consistent schedule, then you should do this. Um, you might probably have to tweak it up depending, like if in case like you have a doctor's appointment this week, and then next week you might have a dentist appointment and so forth. Okay, so another tip is there's different kinds of planners. Just to point that out there. But this one worked best for me. As I color coordinated I used pink, black, green, and purple. I used pink for homework, I used green for anything that was due on that day, and I used purple for any kinds of exams that I had that week. So I would just write everything down for all my classes for the entire semester. When you get your syllabus on like the first day, make sure you do that because it'll help you a lot. Whether you write your planner in here or on your phone or wherever you do it, make sure you do it. And on the weekends, you could just double check, be like, okay, what I have going on for this week. Okay, I see that I have a test on Tuesday and something else on Wednesday. But for exams, make sure that you're looking up at least 2 weeks in advance, 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how far behind you are in the class. And if you have to go to the professor's office hours, make sure you do because they're pretty much like they're helpful and they love it when you go over there and visit them and you're engaged in their class. So make sure you do that because you might have questions. Something else that I have a tip for when studying is that get with other classmates and make up group sessions because they're really helpful because maybe something you might not understand, someone else won't, and they could explain it like in the way that you understand in a form that on your level. So, oh, something that I didn't mention as well that might work for some people is getting a schedule, like not a schedule, a calendar. Well, there's different kinds of calendars. There's the whiteboard calendar, or the paper ones. So they're pretty big depending on what kind of calendar you want. The calendar that I have back in my room, back on campus, it's pretty big. And I set up everything. I color coordinated just the same, using the same colors that I use on my planner. And yeah, or something else you might want to do is that if you don't use this kind of method to keeping organized, you might want to use your phone. So I have an iPhone and it has different kinds of things. It has a reminder app and a to-do list, as well as a calendar. And you could have, if you like to view things as a big picture, you might just want to use this instead of a planner, just to make sure that you're on top of things. So yeah, I downloaded 2 apps. Well, actually, I downloaded one app, a timer app. So the iPhone already comes with a timer app, but since I like being on a strict schedule, I downloaded an extra one. So when on Fridays, I put my laundry in, I go back to my room and I put another timer so I could review my notes, depending on the amount of time I want to be reviewing my notes for. And then so forth. I use the timer a lot and I've found it like to be really helpful. Something else when studying is that turn off all your electronics. So one of my classmates said that what she does is to lock herself out of her phone. That's just I give you props for that. I can't do that. So something that you might want to do is put your phone on airplane mode, or you might want to put it on so that notifications don't light up on your screen when they go off. Something else that I wanted to mention was something else that I wanted to mention that I didn't bring with me was to have sticky notes. So it works for me. So if something goes on, you could just put sticky notes and then it'll remind you. So even though I talked about this method, about the planner method, I really like using my phone, and I tend to use it. I tend to be on my phone most of the time, and I think that's just everybody as well. So what I do is I put timers and reminders and everything that I need. There's certain apps that are designed just for homework stuff, for school related things. So I had an app, but I didn't end up using it. I had an app that was designed for each one of my classes, and I wrote all of my assignments down, quizzes, exams, everything for all of my classes, and it would go off. I would set an alarm for all of them, and it'll go off depending on when I set off my alarm, and it'll remind me. And I would always be on my phone, so I'd check my notifications and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I have an exam 2 weeks from now, or I have an exam in a couple days, I need to get studying. And yeah, I hope you like this video. If you guys have any suggestions, or tell me what you guys use to stay organized, because I would like to know, because I like learning other stuff, because it might work out for me too. So let me know let me know what works best for you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!